Hi ladies. Okay, I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough of the book so that you guys had something to go on. But I do plan to do like a sort of a tutorial that I hope to post tomorrow sometime, if not maybe this afternoon. So I made this little, you can see this little like belt. I bought this at Michael's, this strip, and then I just put little eyelets in to hold this part in place. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hook little charms from these two eyelets so that when my book is closed, it's got little charms hanging down from the belt. So this is the front cover, and it's Coptic stitched, so that's the binding, and then that's the back cover. And what I've done is I've lined the inside so that you can, so to cover it and make it look more professional. And I haven't quite finished gluing all my ephemera in yet. So I'll just quickly do a walkthrough. So what it is it's 12 signatures, and each signature, this is one binder piece that's folded in half, and then I've put my papers inside that, also folded in half. So this is this piece here, and what I did was I folded it, and then I actually lined the other side with paper. This one's inked, but some of the others I lined. Or you can print it double-sided with the lining already, so that when it's printed, it will already be finished like that. See? So I wasn't able to print it double-sided, so that's how I did it. And what I did with the papers was, it's just coffee and tea stained papers that I baked in the oven to make it go quicker. So then what I've done is I've made up 12 signatures like that, and those signatures with the papers inside is what's become my book. And that helps me when I do the Coptic stitching. You can see the spine of each signature, there's 12 there, and that's what's helping to reinforce the papers so they don't pull out easily as well. So to quickly walk through, this is the first signature I put in. You can put them in any order because I've put tabs along the entire edge of it. Let me find one that I haven't cut yet. Julian, get out of the fridge, please. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Okay, so here we go. So because I've put, I'm dropping bits and pieces everywhere. Because I put tabs right along the edge, you can actually select where you want the tabs to be on each piece, which makes it easy, so that way you're not stuck with having to arrange them in a certain order. So so that's the first signature that I've got, and I've put some of my ephemera in there already. The other pages I've left blank because I want a journal, and this was inked and sprayed, but I plan to glue more stuff on there. And actually, let me keep these together. That goes there. There we go. This is my second signature, the witch one, and I've got some ephemera in there already, and the rest of the pages are blank. And that's the back page of the signature. I tend to stick my bulky ephemera in the back page of the signature because I printed these on cardstock, so it's stronger and more reinforced and less likely to, you know, collapse. Although this one's doing pretty well, and that one's on paper, so. This is my third signature with all the papers and stuff in it. I don't think I've actually put ephemera in that one yet. There's the fourth signature, and I've planned to put stuff in, so they're already sort of all there ready to be glued in, but I haven't quite gotten around to it. And that's the back of that signature. Then this is the other signature. This is the little mini book, and what I did was I cut the bottom half off, and then I cut the cover. Let me see where it is. Here, let me show you. Hang on. I've got another one here somewhere. Here we go. I'm just dropping bits everywhere. Okay. So I cut this portion off altogether, so I cut along that line, and then I folded here, and that became my lining for my cover. And then these ones I actually cut into 2 individual sets of 2, and I lined them with a different paper so that I have the 4 little pages in there. And it's a great little journaling spot that you can just pop in there, which now I've lost the page. It's in here somewhere. Leave it please, baby. There it is. So then that's the back of this signature. Come on, Julian, just give mommy a second, please. Here's another signature. I've got these pieces ready to be glued in there. The back of that one. Then I've got this one. Each of these was just lined with the papers. So you can basically, I think you guys get the message. You get the idea of what I'm doing here. So once you have them organized in the order that you want, just with the papers and the signatures, you just stitch them in. You stitch these first and then you add on the bindings. There's actually a tutorial online for how to do that. And I'm gonna get that to you guys hopefully soon. As soon as I can get myself just a little bit organized. You saw my little baby there. He keeps me pretty busy all the time. He's a bit of a handful. Okay, now what else? This one goes here. There we go. And on the back cover of the book, I also put some stuff, which is just these 2. And that's like a journaling card. And for these, all I do is, I put them in this way, right? But you can put a picture or whatever on the other side, or draw lines, or ink it, or whatever you want. It's all very flexible. I've done this book as flexible as I possibly can, because I myself don't really like to be held down to, you know, what needs to be done. So these are the tabs that I've cut off, as you can see off the edge of the page. And what I use those for is you can either cut them square and use them as like little title bars on your pages, which looks quite sweet, or you can actually fold them in half and pop them in. I think I've got one in here somewhere. Glue them on the front of a card. Where is it? Here, like this. Glue them onto a card so that you make like a little file card, or you can glue it to the edge of it so you make your own little file folder. But yeah, hopefully that helps you guys see how I've done it. Now for the cover, what I did, oh, hang on, just let me quickly explain before I forget. This one I put back in the Dropbox, but it's actually a deleted file because I had corrected it. What needs to happen is these 2 tabs there need to come off, because otherwise it makes a box. That way when you take those off, it makes an envelope, but it makes it like an accordion fold envelope, so you can fit a lot of stuff in there. And then here are the papers that I've got so far. There's only 2, but they're really cool papers. I really like them. I haven't got any in my journal yet, but I plan to make stuff using these so that I can put it in my journal. Now for the paper signatures inside, all I did was I folded a standard US letter piece of paper in half. Then using a metal ruler, because I don't think it'll work with plastic, all I do is I line it up there, and then I tear off about a 1/2 inch off the short of this end. And then off the top ends, I tear off as little as I can. And the reason I tear it is to just give it that rugged edge, so that it looks sort of antique, because the straight edges don't look so good. So you don't have to do this, but I like to have those rugged edges, and the tea staining and coffee staining makes it stand out a little bit more as well. And I basically put 5 folded pages in each signature. Where's my signature? Here we go. I just put 5 of them in like this. Let me fold this one. You need to score these before you fold them to get a nice crisp edge. And then what I usually do is once I finish binding it binding it with the Coptic stitch, I quickly ink the edge as well so that there's no white bits showing. So there we go. And I just pop the paper signature inside. So I got 5 of those and I pop them in. And then before I'm ready to sew with the Coptic stitch, I actually line it up and put holes through. And I use one as a template to put the holes through all of them with a needle. And that way the holes are already there before I go to do the Coptic stitch, so that it's easier to put them in together. Now with the covers, I've noticed that, I can't believe I did this, but with the black cover, that's got a nice big border that you can use to fold to the inside. With these other ones, I forgot about that border. And so I've made them bigger covers than the last black book has, because I haven't allowed that folding edge. Having said that, the red one, I think you can do it. See, you can actually see where that square is. And you could fold that frame inwards so that you get a nice cover. But with the green one, I'm really gonna have to work that out because I don't think it looks so good at the moment. So what I've done is I've used the chipboard from one of these books, both sides, and that's what makes my cover, because the chipboard can be quite expensive. And so all I do is I get the book that I've bought for 50 cents from the thrift shop and my cutting knife, and I just run it along there. And you can actually see that starting to come apart. There we go. And there's my cover. Really simple. I don't even take the paper off. I just line straight over the top of it with my paper, and then I fold over the edges and I line the inside. How you do the corners is up to you. I usually cut them diagonally and fold them in, but however you do it, it's really up to you. Now, hopefully that'll help for a quick run through, and I hope to do a better tutorial for you guys this afternoon sometime so that I can get it all done for you. And so that if you've got any questions, let me know. Sorry, I seem a little scattered. I'm rushing because I'm trying to get 100 things done, but I hope you guys have fun and have a great day, and I hope this helps. See you later.